In this video, I'm going to teach you how to list a product using a web link. So let's log in onto our Amazon account. And like always, you are going to get your one-time passcode. So check your mobile phone and enter your passcode here. And here we are on our seller dashboard. So click on the top left and click on the catalog and then add products. So here you can see in our video 25 and 26, we learned how to list product using product image, and then we learned about how to list a product using search, and then we also learned how to use this product IDs like UPC and EANs. And today we are working how to use a web URL to list any product on the Amazon. So let's click on this web URL, and here you can see that so Amazon is saying generate an Amazon listing based on your existing product web page. So avoid other retailer URL for the best results. So it means if the product you are going to list on Amazon, if it does exist somewhere, maybe your own website or maybe on any other website, so you can just give their web link here. So I'm going to open here, let's say my website, so we can work on this example. So let's say here I'm going to list this product, which is just a keyboard and mouse. And here you can see we have got this web link here on the top. So I'm going to copy this one and go back to the Amazon, and here I'm going to paste that link and see what happens when I click on submit button. So you can see the message here, the URL is submitted, and its importing may take up to 15 minutes. So let's wait a few seconds, and we are also getting this message. We can refresh this page to see where we are now on this. So now you can see here we have this product web link here, and it's showing last updated just now because we just entered this web link right now. And in the action tab underneath you can see the Amazon is saying your request is in process. So wait for a few seconds, sometimes it can take longer than that, and then just refresh your page. So once here you get the same message, review and submit, then just click on that, and that link may appear anytime, but it can take up to 15 minutes. Like you can see, importing from the URL may take up to 15 minutes. So please refresh the page to check for updates. So we'll keep refreshing the page, and here we go. We have this review and submit button here now. So if we click on this one, Amazon will take us to the listing page, and here we go. So now you can see whatever description was here on this my website about this product. It was a white multimedia keyboard and mouse combo set. So you can see the multimedia keyboard and mouse set is coming here with all the description. So basically the Amazon system has copied all the information from that website URL. So this was the URL which we gave to the Amazon. So here you can edit a little bit according to your requirements. Like this is the item name, which is basically the title, and you can see then there is a product type, is a keyboard and mouse set, and here is the recommended browse nodes. Like we discussed this before, these are the Amazon categories where we are supposed to list the product under those categories. So you can see here the Amazon is recommending we should list this into the gaming keyboard and mouse combos. So let's click on that. You can choose any other appropriate category if you want, and variation we have not discussed this yet, so we leave it for the time being. We will again discuss in some another video. Okay, here's the brand name. So like we said before, we don't need to enter the brand name for the time being, being a new user. So just enter, let's say it's non-branded, or I can enter here my own brand, which is listed into the Amazon brand registry. But for your sake, I'll just enter only non-branded or generic. So our listing basically listed without any delays. Or I can just click this one, this product doesn't have any brand name. So you can choose this option by clicking here, this product doesn't have any brand name. So once you click this one, you will see this option is not valid anymore. And in our last video we discussed about external product IDs like the UPC and the EAN. So here we say this product doesn't have a product ID. That's the most easiest way to list a product on Amazon is. So most of the time, if you just under the brand name, you just mention this product doesn't have a brand name, and in the product IDs, you just mention there's no product IDs. So those two rows are very important when you are listing a product on the Amazon, because most of the time the new sellers, they fail to list a product on the Amazon just because when they enter any brand name, if it's a very branded product, then Amazon is going to ask you a lot of information about the authenticity and a lot of other legal information as well. So the best way to list the product is just go with a non-branded item. Even if you are listing a branded item, you can just say here is a non-branded item, and your product will be listed anyway, and the buyer will know anyway that your product is branded, whatever you are showing in your listing. And same way in the product IDs, you don't need to enter any UPC or EAN unless you have a very branded item and you know it's an authentic, genuine item and you can prove it. Then just put the actual brand name here and the actual UPC and the EAN here. Okay, so on this page we just need to give this information, and this was the product identity page. You can see on this tab on the so the first tab was about product identity, and we have given all the information. Is a brand name, product type, recommended nodes, no variations, brand name, and the external product IDs. Next tab is about the description of the product, and the good thing here is by using this URL method, you can see the Amazon has taken all the information from my website. So here was my website. You can see the Amazon copied all this information from my website about this product. And here we have all that information in the product description tab. Yeah, and now even you can see in the bullet points all the information is automatically filled, so there is a very less work for you guys to do. You can add more bullet points if you want. And here is the product image. Yeah, so from here, from the web page, you are giving your basically the product. You can basically save your image on your computer or anywhere, and you can basically, I'm just going to snip this image with the snip command on your Windows computer, so it will be different on the different. So let's give it that's a keyboard. So I'm going to basically save this image, and then we'll use this image to upload here on the Amazon listing page here. So here, like we discussed before, we can upload up to 9 images. So you should have different type of images from different angles. So I'm going to just use the same image for the time being here. I think I need to save it again. I can't find it. Okay, hopefully this time I'll find it. Here we go. So I'm going to upload the same image again and again, but my advice is use a different image showing from the different angles with all the contents in the package as well, so the buyer knows everything what they are going to get if they order your product. So I'm just going to add only 5. Yeah. So now here on the description tab, you can see we have done product description, all the bullet points, we have added the required images. Now there is still some information which we need to fill. If you look on this tab, it is still showing the red mark. It means something need to be put more information here. Okay, here in the manufacturer, so obviously there will be some manufacturer, so unless you just want to put a non-branded or generic item, is fine, that works more better. Now in the special feature, you can see Amazon has taken all the information from my web page about this keyboard, and it's saying it's multimedia keyboard, full size, plug and play, no drivers required, and there are number pads as well. And now you can see there's more information which is automatically filled, like there are 2 number of items, one is keyboard, one is a mouse, because this is a combo set. Here, like you can see, there's one mouse, one keyboard. So that's the beauty of this automatic web URL method of listing the product, is because it will take most of the information from that web page which you have given to list the product, and you can see it's quite easy. The only thing you have to do is just add some images, and the rest of description and all the bullet points and majority of the information basically is automatically filled on this listing page. Yeah, and you can go like through all of these, and if you need to amend anything, you can amend here. Yeah, so your buyer basically get the correct information, correct description about this product. So like here is asking about the plug type, because it has not mentioned what type of the plug type is. So there's no plug type because it is just a USB keyboard and mouse. And then you have to write about the compatibility of this keyboard and mouse, like which version of Windows it will work. So normally it works with all Windows, so should be alright. It's already saying here Windows 10, Windows 11. And now in the unit count, obviously you can write here it's just the one, but this is not a compulsory information, so you can leave it as blank. And then there are some recommended uses for this product. So accordingly, depending on your product, you can write here. So like in this case, this is just a keyboard and mouse. So what can be the recommended use for this product is, it can be used like you can write here, it can be used with a PC or laptop or even a tablet. So here basically it just depends what kind of product you are going to list. So accordingly you can fill this information here. Yeah. So now here is the GDPR risk. So basically it's asking how, if we are selling something on the Amazon where the personal data is stored, so according to the EU Data Protection Act, what is the risk of that data being lost or stolen? So accordingly you can write here, this is just a keyboard and mouse. So obviously there is no electronic information stored on the keyboard and mouse. But if you are selling something like, let's say, USB device or some hard disk or maybe you are selling some software where you store the people or the customer's information, then you need to mention here what kind of risk is involved if somebody buys your product. And then the rest of information is here, like what the layout of this keyboard is, and then keyboard lighting and support. So basically depending on your product, it will automatically give you the right category and the most of the information. So you can just go through one by one, and accordingly then you can change it. Yeah. Now let's go to the, here we have done the product detail page. Now let's go to the offer page, and here on the offer page we need to, here on the offer page we need to basically put all the information regarding how many quantity, how much, like how many we have got in total and what price we are going to sell on. Let's say I'm going to put a price of £5 for this, just for this example purposes. And then you mention the condition of the product, if it's a new, used, and like we discussed before, the price always in these online markets is always included with the tax. So if my price here is £5, so here it will also be the £5, and that £5 includes that tax as well. And the next thing is the fulfillment channel, how this product is going to the customer once something is sold on Amazon. So we discussed this before, there are two methods. Either I'm going to ship it myself to the customers, or Amazon is going to ship it on my behalf to my customers. So being a new seller, my advice is, for the time being, just go for this option that you are going to ship this order yourself to your customer. Once you have a little bit experience, then you can go for Amazon fulfillment by Amazon. That's what we are going to discuss in another video. So here now we have entered all the information from stock keeping unit to the quantity, price, condition, and then the way how we are going to ship this product. So let's go on the top again, And here the last tab is about safety and compliance. So here you need to give some information about the product safety and the country of origin, actually where this product was manufactured on the first place. So my product was made in China, so I'm going to write here China from this list. And when you sell any electronics, especially if you are selling a product which is new, any kind of electronics, so by law is protected with 1 year warranty anyway. So I'm going to write it 1. So this is 1 year warranty on this. So you can check your product warranty on the packaging of your product, or you can ask the manufacturer wherever you got that from. Next thing is, are there any batteries required? No, there are no batteries required in this keyboard because this is USB powered. But in your product, if it requires any kind of battery, you must mention here, so your buyer knows beforehand if they're going to buy your product, that if they need batteries afterwards or not. Because most of the time people buy any product and afterward they're going to complain about that the batteries are not included. So you need to mention here whether they need batteries after buying or not, or the batteries are already included in the package or not. So we are saying here that no batteries are required. So the next section about the number of batteries is not relevant. Let's move to the next section about the dangerous goods regulations. So in the dangerous goods regulation, so obviously in every country there is some law about the dangerous goods, that how we are going to handle regarding with the storage and transportation of these dangerous goods. Like for example, if you are selling let's say laptop batteries, so obviously not all the couriers are going to take the laptop batteries for transportation from your end to your customer. So because here we are just selling only a keyboard and mouse, so we are mentioning that this section is not applicable to us. So under the dangerous goods regulation for this product, is not applicable. The next thing is just the weight. So let's say this is, for example, 500 grams. It's just a keyboard and mouse. So you can mention the weight of your own product when you are going to list, because this is very important. If you mention this weight and dimension here, so afterwards if you want to sell your product with the Amazon fulfillment, they will automatically calculate how much the Amazon fulfillment fees will be for your product. So we mention here the correct or almost estimated weight. And the next thing is, if you are selling this product into the EU, so obviously they are going to ask about in the later stages if people need any parts to, if they need any parts, like if you're selling, let's say you are selling a car, so they are asking about the parts availability. So buyer need all this information before they can buy your product. But here we are just selling a keyboard and a mouse, so this section is not relevant to us, so we just leave it as blank. So now here you can see all the red marks are gone and everything looks good. So we can click on submit here, or we can save as a draft. So let's go again from one by one. In the product identity, we have filled all the information like we discussed before, and same way in the description we have put everything in, including our images and our product detail regarding manufacturer, number of items, and then in the offer we have put the number of quantity which we are going to list for sale with the price and condition and the way we are going to ship it. And then in the safety and compliance section we have put the country of origin and about the warranty and the batteries. And now our product is fully ready to list on the Amazon. So let's go ahead and click on the submit. So now you got the message, the listing is submitted. Thank you for submitting your listing. If approved, changes will reflect within 24 hours. So normally after you submit your listing, within 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes it's quicker than that. More often it's quicker than that. Within 5-10 minutes, your listing will be live and your product will be live, available for sale. So this was another method of listing the product. So if you like this method, give me your comments and click on like and subscribe button. And then in the next video we are going to discuss the next method of listing the product, which is a blank form. So keep watching these videos and I'll see you in the next video very shortly. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you very much.